My super sweet season 16 of RuPaul's Drag Race is here, and these queens are ready to slay the runway. Before the season premieres on January 5th, we've got a sneak peek at all the artistes vying to be America's next drag superstar. So let's meet the queens. I'm Anna Rumer with PopCulture.
And I'm Nick Valdez from ComicBook.com.
Let's talk Drag Race. Now, Nick, I am super excited for this season. It looks like it's got a lot of promising queens. First in the workroom on Meet the Queens is Q. Cue the music because the show is about to start. She describes herself as an artist, a diva, and beyond. Nick, any thoughts?
Q is a cutie, but I'm curious because Q is also, she the design queen. So I'm curious to see how that plays out and whether or not we get a bunch of design challenges early on. So I'm curious, but there's probably a reason Q came out first. So, we'll see.
I kind of agree. We'll see what she can do. Excited. Obviously, never count anyone out. What about Tsunami Muse? She comes in next. The natural disaster has arrived, and she's a fashion diva.
So it's the same thing with Tsunami. I like the look. It's very Cinderella-esque, but Cinderella going to a business meeting kind of look. I like it. I'm curious to see what her looks are though, because her promo look was much better than the look we get in the runway.
Agreed. And I understand that the entrance look, sometimes you have to sling mayonnaise on yourself. So queens oftentimes will wear something a little bit odd because it might get ruined. But she said fashion, and I said, where's the fashion? So, but the promo look was much better.
And it's kind of the same for a mandatory meeting, which first of all, I will say, incredible name. She,
Perfect.
Her incredible promo right away. She's clearly ready for the show. She knows what she's there for. But the look itself, how did you feel about this look? I'm torn.
It wasn't really, I appreciate the aesthetic. I appreciate that we've got kind of a color palette going on, but it wasn't giving what I thought she wanted it to give. And then her entrance line, wait a second, this place doesn't have a bidet. She's telling us she's funny, but I haven't heard anything super funny. She was more funny later in the promos when there was a little bit more time, but it's giving me theater kid energy. And as a former reformed theater kid, I kind of like it for now, but it could get on my nerves.
Yeah, she's got camp. She's got the idea of camp, especially with the neckline and the breastplate and stuff like that. Yeah. But I'm curious. She has me hooked in terms of, okay, I can't wait to see what you do, but at least it's something. That's the other thing, right? And that's also what I can say for Morphine Love Dion, who doesn't have that same kind of hook. But she's got a face, and that face.
Oh my God. I was like, she walks and says, the beauty and the booty is here to give everything. I'm looking at the booty. I'm thinking, okay, let's see what happens. Then I scan upwards to the mug, and it's stamped. She is amazing at makeup, and I really can't wait to see what she does. Next up, we've got Saphira Crystal, who comes in with a spooky laugh, and I think this place is haunted. That's kind of funny.
I loved it.
The look was not my favorite. I'm kind of puzzled by her. I don't really know what to think about her.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I love that this place is haunted.
That was funny.
I'm a sucker for just goofs, and that was definitely goofy, and I did like the look. I will say, I did. I'm a big fan of the big feathery look. I'm a sucker for that stuff. But her look in the promos, which was much better executed, I think, compared to this one. I like what she's doing, and I like her look. I'm curious to see where it ends up though, because you do have some other queens who feel younger. That's the thing too, is the youth energy is there, especially queens like Mirage, who's got that Y2K energy we had from Sugar and Spice.
I agree. I think I might be too old.
Yeah.
For the aesthetic, because I'm I don't really like it or get it, but I do want to see what it's like. I want to see more. I want to see if I can get there. Maybe I can age myself down. Maybe I can Benjamin Button it with Mirage. Now, all that is fine and good, but then we have possibly a winner. definitely one of my top 3 who comes in, and I'm like, this is where we've needed to be with this Meet the Queens. We have Dawn who comes in and says, rise and shine MFers, it's Dawn. I think that's an iconic line, and she looks so cool. Her makeup is so elfy. This outfit's very conceptual. I immediately was like, it's giving Willow Pill in the best of ways.
Yeah, it's so magical. Just the face. Like, I love just the concept. And she's clearly, like, playing around with the ideas, you know, and she might be very costumey, which could work or could work against her. So, you know, we've seen how this competition where people who are costumey kind of, you know, get left behind as more of the fashion-forward stuff. But if she can provide those kinds of looks as well, I'm excited. Yeah, I think we have a contender here. Like, I think we have top 3 material here. Yeah.
I agree, because like the fashion, she was doing costumey, but mixed with something that felt very high fashion. I was like, if you can keep this up, if this is one of your worst looks, I'm in.
Yeah.
Call me a morning person, because I'm up for Dawn. Now, we were very lucky because one of my other top 3 entered next, 𝐏𝐸𝐶𝐻𝐿 𝐒𝐿 entrance line. I did not prepare for this. I think that's very funny. And she describes herself as glam camp auntie drag, which I'm here for. It's like the opposite of Dawn, but I'm also really, really excited by that idea.
1000%, because she described herself as someone who loves being stupid, and I was like, thank you. Okay, we're here. Yes, thank you. We have someone who knows what she's there for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be so funny. I did not like the look with like the butt cape and the kind of undefinable pattern that was going on.
Right.
But she's so funny, and the way that she describes her drag aesthetic, I'm like, you know what? The butt cape kind of works.
She just seems like she's good TV, and I think that's what it is. I'm just drawn to that energy. It's kind of the opposite for Plasma, I will say, unfortunately. Yeah, because Plasma comes in, she's young, she's 24, she's inspired by these old school Hollywood looks, and the unfortunate thing is, you know, this is season 16 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and we've seen that idea plenty of times before. Yeah. And that entrance look is not the great way to start that off.
It's a tough aesthetic to bring to the workroom when it's been done so well in the past. And then, you know, the entrance line, darling, why give blood when you could sell plasma? I was like, I don't really know what that means. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's kind of nothing.
Because it was before we knew her name, so it was just like, oh, that's why you said it. Okay.
Also, reselling. She's selling herself on the runway. I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Just whatever.
You can see the gears turning, and I'm curious to see how far this gets her and whether or not this aesthetic evolves. It's kind of the same with Geneva Carr, who part of me loves, because I love the queen who's just like, all, you know, I'm from Mexico and all, like, I love those queens who like show that stuff literally on their sleeves. Yeah. But we're in a post Drag Race Mexico world, and it's kind of like, oh, okay, we've seen evolutions of that particular Mexican flag look and stuff like that. But what I am curious is she also seems very old school, big hair, big outfit, big personality kind of drag. And I love that. That's what I want to see.
I agree. I was like, the hair is kind of giving me Roxy Andrews. The makeup is really, really great. The outfit is giving me figure skating. We'll just have to see how it evolves. I agree.
That brings us to Plain Jane, who don't come for Katya. I will say straight out, I don't know if that's the right play. It's not for me, because I'm instantly like, oh, are you funny? And right there, I was judging from that point of view, and I was like, nope, shouldn't have come for Katya. So what did you think?
No, I am like a Katya stan. I love her so much. I do think that this is something that Katya would think was funny. So I'm like, okay, we'll see that there. But if you're gonna come from one of the biggest Drag Race names, you have to be able to back it up. If she can back it up, Plain Jane, you know, instant icon. What did she call herself? The actual Russian clown hooker from Boston. So if you can back that up, amazing. I'm happy to see it. If you can't, it's a tough look to immediately come out like that. So, you know, fasten your seatbelts because this plane is always going down. Could be going down in flames.
I mean, especially when you have her entrance look compared to Megami, who comes out in like that. I love that. The whole
so cool.
the Catholic imagery. She says she was inspired by cosplay first. And those queens usually have that little nerd aesthetic. And as someone who works for comicbook.com, I have to say I'm rooting for the queen who's like the nerd queen. But she took that and like it's fashion, you know?
Yeah, I really like the way that she mixed the aesthetic so it's not full on like some kind of Catholic cosplay, but it definitely has all the imagery. Very curious to know if she made this, because as a cosplay queen, if she made that outfit, oh my God, the embroidery was amazing, all the beading and stuff. She would be really tough to beat if that's something that she can make. I'm also excited to see, kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, Maya Yvonne LePage comes out, and I absolutely hate everything that she's wearing. She looks like Dr. Seuss basketball player, but she says she's the queen of flips. She doesn't set the bar, she flips it. And from what we get to see, just a couple of her little flips in the Meet the Queens, I can't wait to see her perform.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, she did look like she walked straight out of Whoville with that outfit, and I'm so sorry. You know, I'm sure she worked hard, but I can't wait to see her, lip sync for your life. I hate to put it that way, but I'm sure you're going to kill it, and that's where you shine, and I can't wait to see that. That's going to be fun.
I absolutely agree. Now, speaking of fun, we've got my personal winner. I think you agree with me on this.
We have the winner.
We have the winner. The winner enters last. It's Nymphia Wind. She walks in, slips on a banana, opens this beautiful yellow trench coat, flashes everyone with this nude illusion with the banana swinging. She's got like 9 pairs of sunglasses and this beautiful beehive, and somehow she looks so beautiful doing all of this.
She looks incredible. 9 distinct pairs of sunglasses. Not one of them were the same. Then her promo look was also like incredible in a different way. Like it was super highly elevated and full of her culture. And it's great that she's like the first queen from via Taiwan. And like I'm so excited because she also she feels like the full package already. Right? Like she feels like she's gonna give us good moments, good TV, and most importantly, in these later seasons, great looks. And I'm so excited. Like she gave me that energy I think I was missing from the other queens. Unfortunately. I will have to say that. Unfortunately. But when she walked in, I'm like, yep. Here we go. Now we have a season.
I love a conceptual queen, and a conceptual queen who can make it look really high fashion too is just, that's just winner energy, and that's Nymphia Wind. And she's also funny too. So that's all 3 boxes for me checked. I can't wait to see what she brings to the runway. I just know it's going to be exciting, regardless of what it is. We're going to see all together when it premieres on January 5th, and we're recapping the entire season. So like and subscribe, come on this journey with us, and then drop your winner in the comments. Until then, I'm PopCulture's Anna Rumer.
And I'm ComicBook.com's Nick Valdez.
Viva la Revolution. Bye, everyone.